Yes. Yeah. So let me start the concepts. So in the last sessions, so we discussed so many important points related to the Java. Just only two topics I covered. That is, what is the difference between compiler and interpreter? When we have to go for compiler and when we have to go for interpreter. That part clearly we discussed with some example programming languages. Then after completion of this, so just we had a discussion about topic 5, that is a program to print a message called hello on C, C++ and Java. That is in these three languages how we are going to print the message along with some examples we covered. Then after completion of this, just we had a discussion about Java history, who invented the Java. Okay, so when this Java first version has released, so what is the original name of Java, all these things, where this Java software will be available. So all these things we covered along with some examples. Okay, now so in today's session, let me go for the next new topics. What is that topic is nothing but topic number 7. Topic number 7, the name of the topic is, sir, what are all the versions of Java? How many versions are there? One by one, with newly added concepts. I will explain one by one. Just have a look once. Don't worry, it is a theoretical concept. So the first version of Java is called as JDK 1.0. Sir, this version is released in 1996. Sir, what is there in this version? Very simple. Sir, fundamentals for language fundamentals, because it is the first edition, right? That's why language fundamentals are introduced in this. Then sir, the next version is JDK 1.1. So this was released in the year 1997. So the newly added concept is nothing but remote method invocation, RMI concept. And then, so do you know inner classes? Don't worry, all these things we will discuss in further sessions one by one. So inner classes, what is the class within class is called as inner class. That concept is introduced in the 1.1 version. Previously, it was not there in the Java. Then, sir, JDK 1.2. In this 1.2, so it was released in 1998. Sir, what are the new concepts? Do you know Java Swings? That is GUI. How we can create buttons. Okay, example calculator design. All these things. So graphical user interface came. Okay, just a minute, guys. Yeah, please confirm. Am I audible? Please confirm. Am I audible? Okay, okay. You people are left. Yeah, please be on the meeting till the completion of the class. Okay. Yeah. So the swings concept and the new added concept is nothing but collections. These two concepts are came in, okay, 1.2 version. Then JDK 1.3. Sir, in this version, which things are available? Do you know? It was released in 2000. It was released in 2000 version. I mean 2000 year. Sir, what are there in this? Sir, it performed updates on RMI in the remote method invocation. So they performed some kind of updations. The next version is 1.4. In this 1.4, it was released in 2002. What are the new concepts? What are the new concept that was introduced here is nothing but, do you know, regular expressions. They introduced one beautiful concept. I hope you people are not screen sharing problem. Just a minute. Yeah, now is it okay? Please confirm, guys. Yeah, fine. Okay, okay. So next, sixth version of Java, JDK 1.5. 1.5. Sir, this 1.5 is introduced in 2004. In the 2004 year, it has been released. Then, what is the new concepts? Do you know? One concept is there with the name auto boxing. Auto boxing. Okay, and then variable number of arguments. Where arg method. All these things are came in JDK 1.5. Next version. Don't worry, all these things are theoretical concept, guys. Next version. So from the next version onwards, we have to call it as Java 6. Java 6th. Sir, Java 6th version was introduced in 2006. 2006. Do you know the updations are nothing but they introduced JDBC 4.0 concepts. So initially some JDBC concepts are there, but updated concept came. Okay, maybe it is a fourth driver concept. Yes, exactly. So it was came in 2006. 2006. Then, so do you know the next version is nothing but Java 7, which was released in 2011. Which was released in 2011. Sir, which concepts are introduced here? Which concepts are introduced here? So, do you know? Generally, I hope you know about the switch case. Switch case. So, in the switch case, you can pass only characters and integers, but in Java 7, so strings in switch case is introduced. Sir, just I'm taking example one or two, that's all. But still n number of concepts are introduced in each and every Java version. But as an example sake, just I am covering one or two just for documentation purpose. Okay. Then, so the next version, Java 8. In this Java 8 version, which was released in 2014. Sir, which concepts are introduced in this Java 8 version? Do you know there is one expression with name lambda? Lambda expressions. This lambda expressions has been introduced in this Java 8 version. Then, sir, Java 9. When this Java 9 came into the market? 2017. 2017. Sir, what are all the new concepts which they introduced? Do you know shell scripting? J shell concept is introduced. Still, n number of features are there. Just one or two I am explaining just for easy to understand. That's all. So don't worry. While the examples are going on, I will cover one or two new updates. Okay, on this Java. Then, sir, in Java 10, which was released in 2018, sir, where we have local variables concept. Local variables concept is introduced here, and then garbage collection, extra features, all these things is introduced in this 10th version. Sir, what is the next version? Is nothing but Java 11. Sir, do you know this Java 11 was released in 2019? So which things are there? Switch expressions are introduced in this concept. Okay. Then, sir, what is the next version? Java 12. Java 12 was released in 2019 itself. In the 2019, two versions of Java came into the market. Sir, what new concepts they introduced? Sir, do you know HTTP? HTTP client. So HTTP client related classes they introduced in this version. Then what is the next one? Java 13. Java 13 version is also released in 2019 itself. Okay, three versions. Sir, in these, they introduced one concept called the text blocks. Then Java 14th version. In this 14th version, it was released in 2020. That is last year. Okay, so pattern matching updates. Okay, then records these concepts are introduced now at latest version. Okay, what is that latest version? Is nothing but Java 15. Sir, which year it is introduced? Same 2020 only. Sir, what is the updations? Do you know? Here, pattern matching updates they released. Pattern matching concept with some updates they released. But in addition to that, n number of things are there. Just for our understanding purpose, I am giving only one or two names. So these are nothing but various versions which are available in Java. Total, how many versions are there? 16, starting from 1.0 to 15. but officially you have to use these names because it is the first version, right? As a part of alpha beta versions they released it. So latest version of Java is nothing but 15. Our complete course will be on this Java 15 only. Meanwhile, I will explain. Do you know auto boxing concept is there in our syllabus? While explaining auto boxing, I will show how this auto boxing concept came in 1.5 version. If I execute the same program in 1.4 version, how the behavior? Okay, so like that, everyone, even JSL also one or two concepts I will cover by taking 20 minutes class. So this is nothing but, yeah, recording links they will share. Yeah, few people are new for this session, I think so. Okay, yeah, just let me have some beginning. So the name of the course is nothing but Core Java. The duration of the course is 60 days. That means 60 hours will be there. So approximate duration is 2 months, but most probably we will finish before 2 months itself. Why? Because so there are some concepts are there, so compulsory you need to complete that concept within the for one session only. So in such cases I may extend the class for 10 or 20 minutes extra. Okay, so like that, some concepts are there, but more or less approximately 60. It may ends with 57 classes or 58 classes. Sometimes it may require 62 classes also. Don't worry, just you need to, yeah, sufficient, Rahul. Already we are handling these batches. It's more than enough. Beginning slowly we will start, and then while going on, so it will be with average speed. The timings are from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. The timings are from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. 1 hour duration. Okay, the benefits of this course is, so clear recording videos will be shared on daily basis after completion of the class. With maximum 1 or 2 hours duration, that drive will be uploaded because it needs to process, right? Then after completion of the class, I will share the running notes via Google Drive. Then clear explanation will be there for each and every topic. Programs related to the topic will be covered clearly, and daily after completion of the classes we have multiple choice questions also. Okay, then so twice a day or thrice a day I will take a coding links. Okay, so coding links in the sense where you can solve the different kind of programmings, like hacker rank links I will provide, so you can use that hacker rank links to solve the challenges. Okay, so it will be very interesting, and even every programmer is going to show interest while class is going on. So that is the intention why we are taking hacker rank links. I think in the last video I explained how to open the hacker rank link and how to solve the problem. All these things I explained in the last session itself. So if you want, you can refer the previous videos. It is already there in the YouTube. Yeah. Any doubts about this course duration? The persons who came for the first class, some of the people are asking what is the duration, all these things. That's why I'm telling. Any doubts up to this? Please confirm. Yeah, fee is 7,000 rupees. The fee is 7,000. So pay by today and register for this course, or you can pay tomorrow and register for this course. Mostly from tomorrow you are going to get a new link because it is the third session. Already 2 sessions are completed. Those 2 videos are there in the YouTube. Okay, so in the first video we discussed about language, programming language. Okay, then types of programming languages. Up to this we covered in the first session. In the second session I covered the translators. Okay, then difference between compiler and interpreter. Okay, and then we covered program to print a hello message on the screen. These are the things. Even Java history, these are the things which we discussed in the second session. This is the third session. We are discussing about the versions of Java. Okay, yeah, the persons who came for this first class, few people are having this session as a first session. Any doubts up to this? Please confirm, guys, so that we will move forward. Any doubts? Yes, Rahul, Keshav, any doubts? So hope so, no doubts. Sir, the next topic which we are going to discuss is topic number 8. What is this topic is, sir, I want to differentiate difference between Java and other languages. Sir, I want to explain, sir, why you need to go for Java. What is the difference when compared with other languages? What benefits you are going to get in Java? Do you know other languages, in the sense I am comparing this Java with respect to C and C++. Why? Because there are n number of issues are there in C and C++. To resolve that issues only, they introduced Java concept. But of course, Python is very popular. Python is everything is reusability, everything is predefined. But in Java you need to start from the scratch. That will be very benefitable, so as a programmer. Okay, when doing the projects, Python is the best. Then let me differentiate by taking some few examples. What is the first example is, so do you know C and C++? C and C++ are static typed programming languages, but Java is dynamic programming language. Dynamic, not dynamically typed programming language. It is a dynamic programming language. Sir, why? What is the reason? Do you know, in the case of C and C++, in the case of C and C++, what thing we are going to do is nothing but memory allocation is at compile time. It is going to allocate the memory at compile time, while the programming is compiling. So it will allocate the memory. Maybe in your program, if you are taking integer x, so the compiler is responsible to allocate 2 bytes for this integer. Sir, what about Java? So do you know, in the Java there is one specialty is there. So memory allocation is the not task of compiler. Memory allocation is done at the execution of the program. At the execution of the program, memory allocation will be allocated. So this is the beauty, this is the important concept, right? Why? Because when the program is executing, it can allocate the memory and it can use that content. Before compilation, I mean before execution, during compilation process itself, if you are allocating memory, then which may leads to some kind of problems. Okay, so because compiler is dependent, right? That's the reason. So this is nothing but the first one. So second difference, preprocessor. Preprocessor is required in C and C++, but not in Java. Or preprocessor, such type of terminology is not there in Java, but in C and C++, we are going to depends on this preprocessor. Sir, can you tell what is mean by preprocessor? Very simple. Do you know, if I am taking hash include math.h into my program, what will happen? Assume this math.h is having 100 lines of code. All these 1,000 lines of code, all these 1,000 lines of code will be included into your program, and your program may have 10 lines. So the total length of the program will become, sir, 1,010 lines of code. The reason behind this is preprocessor will directly copy paste the content which is there in your library file. That means math.h file is as it is available. The problem with this is the length of the code is going to increase like anything. The length of the code will be increased like anything. Just to concentrate here, I will explain with one small example. Okay, just see here. Assume this is nothing but my C or C++ program. Assume this is my C or C++ program. Just I took only 3 lines of code, but I have one library is there. What is that library? Just now I told math library is there. Sir, I am including this math library. Whatever be the content which is there in math is by default will be copy pasted here. So what is the problem with this approach? There are two issues. One is with respect to time, and second one is with respect to space. So time complexity, space complexity, both will be increased because of this additional length of lines. So here the thing which you are concentrating is nothing but this is an extra information, but we are not using all these things. Maybe we are using one or two functions. Because of that bloody one or two functions, we are including each and everything into my program, which may leads to complexity. That's why it is never recommended to go for this approach. So preprocessor is required in C and C++, the problems we identified. But in Java, do you know we have to use like this: import java.lang.math. So what this is going to do? Very simple. Assume this java.lang.math class is having 1,000 lines of code, and 10 lines of code is you have taken. In this 10 lines, maybe in the one instruction you are using some sqrt or some factorial or some power, any other function. Only that particular function will be imported, not all. Only that particular function. Maybe assume it is having some 15 lines of code. So among these 1,000 lines, only 15 lines it is extracted, because whatever be the required data, it will import only that particular data. So the number of lines will become 25, which will reduce our task. Okay. So this is the story behind the import. Sometimes in interviews they may ask what is the difference between include and import. So I think now you are in a position to explain what is the difference between import and then include. Sir, which is recommended? Import. Okay. So up to this, do you have any doubts? Please confirm. Okay, very good. Yeah, if you are having any doubts, please differ. Rahul, difference between include and import. Include will include all the files, all the content. Entire program will be copy pasted to your code. But in import, only the required thing will be copy pasted. Remaining things won't be copy pasted. Okay, clear, Rahul? Please confirm. Yeah, yeah. So what is my next requirement? What is my next requirement is nothing but so the next topic which we are going to discuss is, that is next difference. Sir, take a bit concentration. C and C++. I think you know about this point. C and C++ are platform dependent. That means compulsory you have to execute the programs only on single mission. But Java is a platform independent. Don't worry about this independent nature. I will explain a separate concept. So it is independent. It is nothing but independent of platform. That means if you are writing C programs or C++ programs on system 1, so compulsory we have to execute this program only in system 1. If you are taking that program into some other system, it won't execute. But do you know, in the Java, if you develop in one system, sir, it can be executed in, so system 1, of course system 1 we can execute. So do you know the same thing you can execute in system 2, you can execute in system 3, you can execute in system 4. Sir, you can execute in any number of systems, no problem at all. Sir, sometimes we will use this principle as Vora principle. Vora principle. Sir, what is mean by this Vora principle? Write once. Sir, anywhere. Run anywhere. This is nothing but Vora principle. Okay, so this is nothing but just the difference between platform independent and then platform dependent. Then, sir, one more difference I want to explain. Just observe very clearly what is that difference is. Sir, C and C++ are low level programming languages. But Java is high level. Java is high level programming language. I think in the first video itself, I covered this. Sir, why C and C++ are low level? Because it provides support for pointers. And in Java, there is no pointers concept. There is no pointers concept. That's why it is very high level catchy programming language. Then what is the next difference? Just I want to cover one important point. Many books written middle. What is it? I am not getting. Rahul, I am not getting your point. What is your intention? Many books have written middle level programming language. Yes, even we covered Java. C is a middle level. The reason is it provides a support for both low level and then high level. Yes, refer my previous videos. I said the same point. Where it is? Yes, here. Middle level programming language. If the programming language which will provide support for both low level and then high level, if any programming language is providing support for both low level and high level, such type of programming languages are comes under middle level. The best example for this is C language. Sir, it supports both low level and then high level. C language without pointers is called as high level. Sir, C language with pointers is called as low level. So it is having both the natures. Just to compare Java, I am concluding that C is the low level because it supports pointers, right? That's what the point which I added here. Hope your doubt got clarified, Rahul. Yeah, good. So the next last difference. So do you know in C and C++, so memory allocation and memory allocation and deallocation is in programmer's hand, but not in Java. Array, in Java, such a type of terminology is not there. But if you take C++, it is completely user's risk. That is the biggest problem. So because we are human beings, sometimes we will allocate the memory and finally we will come out from that particular program without deallocating, which may create memory error. So in the C language, if you take C language, okay, so the functions which are used to allocate the memory is nothing but something like malloc, okay, sir, calloc, okay, realloc. Sometimes we will use these functions, but to deallocate we are going to use a free function. This is in the case of C language. But if you take C++, sir, see what will happen. In the case of C++, new is the operator which is used to allocate memory. Delete is nothing but the operator which is used to delete the memory. But in Java, sir, it is a user friendly programmer. You have a chance to allocate memory, but even if you are forgetting, don't worry, the system will delete the memory automatically. System is going to delete the memory. So for that, Java provided one assistant. What is that assistance? Is nothing but gc stands for garbage collector. Don't worry, we have around 10 minutes separate topic is there in our further sessions. So this is nothing but so what is the difference between Java with other languages in the sense, just I have concluded C and then C++. By taking these two, I explained about, yeah, what is the difference. Any doubts up to this, please confirm, guys. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay, any other doubts, please, I request everyone to respond. Rahul, Raju, hmm? Yes, Keshav, you are not at all responding from the beginning of the class. Are you there? Keshav, are you there? I want to see you on chat window. Yes, Keshav. Okay, fine. Okay, so this is nothing but this is nothing but sir, eighth topic which we have. Then let me go with the ninth topic. What is that ninth topic is nothing but just observe very clearly, sir. Java features. What are all the important features of Java are there? Just as of now, I will provide documentation for all these things. I will list out okay, all the features which we have. Then in the further classes, one by one we will postmortem. Okay, sir, the first one is nothing but Java is very simple. Don't worry, in detail we will discuss. Sir, it provides object oriented principles. I hope somewhere you heard about this name called OOPS. That is the benefit of Java. In this complete Java we are going to concentrate on this OOPS. Then, sir, platform independent. Just now I explained by taking Vora principle. Okay, sir. Then architecture neutral. Sir, any number of okay, any number of versions you can release, but my Java will behave just like a normal programming language. So that means you can write a program in 1.5 version that will execute in 1.5 and its higher versions. Suppose if you are taking a basic program in Java 1.0, it will execute in all the versions of Java. Such a type of neutralized architecture is there. So do you know in the Python 3 programs won't execute in Python 2, and the Python 2 programs won't execute in Python 3. So version to version, a big gap is there. But there is no such type of terminologies in Java. Now architecturally it is a neutral. It is following some standards. Based on that standards only, new releases are happening. This is nothing but what is the meaning of architecture neutral. Don't worry, again we will discuss in detail. Sir, portable means easy to move. Then sir, robust. What is mean by robust? All these things we will discuss. Next, it is a secured. So not for example sake I am taking secured, but Java is a highly secured programming language when compared with even Python also. So then it is dynamic programming language. I hope somewhere I covered this point also, just in this session itself. Then, sir, it is a distributed means, sir, you can write one Java program. We can write a Java program, and you can send that Java program across the network, no problem at all. Then it is multi-threaded. More than one thread we can execute by using this Java. Then it is both the compiled and interpreted programming language. Both compiled and interpreted, a tricky programming language. It provides a support for both compilation as well as execution. Okay, sir, how all these things are going to come into the picture, I will explain, guys. Don't worry. Sir, high performance will be there, because there is no pointers concept. We are not at all involving with any memory related. So you can concentrate only on business logic, that is logic implementation. So from that we can say it is going to give high performance. It is going to provide high performance. Sir, please confirm up to this. Any doubts? This topic in detail I will explain each and every feature. Don't worry, just as of now I said just a basic idea. Any doubts up to this? Please confirm. Okay, Rahul, please confirm. Keshav, please confirm. Okay, fine. So the next topic which we have, so topic number 9 completed. So 10th topic, it is also very easiest topic. A layman can understand this topic. Okay, what is that is, sir, what is the Java naming conventions? While providing names for this Java, how you are going to give the names? Do you know, in our house, while naming ceremony is happening, so we will use some rules. Maybe sometimes the name of the kid is going to begin with okay, god name, or that kid name ending with god name. So like that, some naming rules will be there, sir. In the same way, here in Java also, while taking the names, we need to follow some standard rules. Okay, before going to in detail, just I want to tell one important point. Java is case sensitive. Case sensitive, case sensitive programming language. That means it will treat lowercase letters and uppercase letters as a different. Sir, what is the first rule? First rule, sir, make sure there are only four rules are there. Okay, what is the first rule? What is the first rule? So while taking the class names, while defining while defining class names, okay, sir, it must begin with the caps. It must begin with the caps. And next word, sir, first character is caps, etc. This or instead of etc, I will use one word called and so on. This is the step. So in Java, so class names compulsory, it must begin with caps. And next word first character is also caps, and so on. This process will be repeated. Sir, what is my second rule? What is my second rule? So this second rule is with respect to methods. So methods must begin with small letters. Wow, perfect. Sir, and next word, first character is caps, and so on, and so on. So, if it is a class, first name begin with a capital letter. If it is a method, first character must be small. Remaining things is as usual. Third rule, sir, all the variables in should be in lowercase letters. Okay, sir, by mistake, if you are trying to take capital letter, no problem, it will allow, but never recommended to go for such a type of terminology. Then, sir, rule number 4. What is that rule? Sir, all the constants, okay, sir, must be in capital letters, in caps. Compulsory, we have to take in caps. Okay, so these are the four important rules that we have to follow while providing names for the methods. So let me give some examples. Sir, example for the first rule. Sir, I have a class is there with name. Do you know? I hope in the last week, last class, yesterday class, I have given some kind of what you can call multiple choice questions. Java at 8 p.m. Yes. Have you observed here? So multiple options are there. Which of the following is the correct Java statement to print a message on the screen? Sir, almost seems to be every option is same. But you people selected C as your answer. The reason behind that is, sir, system. S is capital letter. So system means, do you know, it is capital letter. So it is a class name. Similarly, there is one more class with the name string. There is one more class with the name string buffer. Observe clearly. S is capital, B is capital. Sir, test, T is capital. Demo, D is capital. Demo program, D is capital and P is capital. Like this, you need to take class names. Sir, I have methods are there. No problem. So do you know print ln? Print ln. Then so parse, parse int, I capital letter. Then sir, get data, D capital letter. Sir, put data, D capital letter. Like this, you can take methods. Okay, like this, you have to take a method name. Yeah, few doubts are coming. Just a minute. Let me give remaining two also. Example number 3, all the variables, maybe assume I want to take name of the student. Sir, student underscore name. I want to take, okay, some three numbers, x comma y comma z. That's all. These are nothing but variable names. Sir, what about constants? Sir, I want to define one constant saying country name. So how we have to take, sir, country name is equal to, that's all. Sir, I want to take pi value. In math, there is one constant with name pi. Okay, so etc. Like this we can use. This is about how the naming conventions that we are using for Java. So while writing any Java program, so you need to concentrate on these naming conventions. By using this only, we have to provide names. Sir, if you are not following these rules, are we getting any error? No, but recommended to go for this approach. So I think everything is clear for you people. Yeah, now, yeah, class name always starts with a capital. Class name always starts with a capital. Rahul, class name always starts with a capital. Any doubts? Up to this, any doubts? Okay, now slowly we are entering into Java. Slowly we are entering into Java. So take a bit concentration. Topic number 11. Topic number 11. What is that topic? Is nothing but Java programming. Java programming format. Format. Sir, which format you are using to write a Java program? Which format you are using? Sir, I will provide the sections. You need to take those sections according to this. Okay, what is the first section is, sir, make sure it must be a package section. Package section. If you have any packages, you need to define at the beginning. Then, sir, comment section. Comment section. If your program is having any comments, maybe the author name, okay, or the programmer name, the date and time of creation of the program, or what is the program requirement. So all these things, if you want to provide, you have to take it in this comment section. Then, sir, third one, import section. Import section. If there is any header files that you want to do, then you have to go for this import section. Then, if you want any classes and interfaces, so this is nothing but the area where we have to do all these activities. Then last one, of course, very important, main class section. Main class section. So one important note that you have to observe is, sir, fifth section is mandatory. What about remaining? Remaining all are optional. If you want, you can take, otherwise you can ignore. Do you know, comments, a separate topic is there? I think soon we are going to discuss with one or two topics after. Then for import and packages, a separate chapter is there. There I will explain. These classes and interfaces will come under whoops. But as of now, our program, basic programs, around for first 10 sessions, the program is only with respect to the main class section. Okay, this is nothing but Java programming background. Any doubts? Please confirm. Any doubts? Yes, Rahul, Keshav, Raju. Any doubts? Okay, yeah. Sir, next, what is the next topic that we need to discuss is topic number 12. 12th topic. What is that topic is? So do you know, I want to develop first Java application. I want to develop first Java application. What are all the requirements? What are all the requirements? So the first requirement is nothing but you need to install Java software. You need to install Java software. What is the second step that we need to do is nothing but you need to select Java editor. You need to select Java editor. What is the third step is nothing but we need to write Java program. We have to write a Java program. Then after writing the Java program, we need to save the Java file. Compulsory you have to save that particular file. After saving the file, so do you know we need to compile the Java program. We have to compile the Java program. Okay, compilation means is there any error or not? All these things we can check from here. Then after compilation, the last step is nothing but execution of the program. We need to execute this program. So these are nothing but while developing first Java application, you need to remember all these rules and regulations. That is, first one-time activity is nothing but installation of Java software, editors, all these things you need to do, you need to select and you have to perform. Sir, meanwhile, let me go with some basic programs. I want to demonstrate some basic programs for youth people. So what is that basic program is? Sir, take a bit concentration. Program number one. So write a Java program. Okay, so to print welcome message, to print welcome message, okay, on the screen, to print welcome message on the screen. This is nothing but my first program requirement. So I think already we have seen this program, but anyway we have to write. So the editor where I am typing the notes, what is the beauty of this editor is nothing but default skeleton will be there. Default skeleton will be there. Don't worry, I will explain what is meant by default skeleton. Now have a look. Once I am selecting a new file here, first Java program I am taking. Generally, we will write main method, right? This is our common programming. In the C language, we will write a program like this. But in Java, how to write this? There is no printf. Instead of that, we have to go only print. Then, sir, where it is available? It is there in one inner class with the name out. Out is there within system. Perfect. System dot out dot print is the message, is the function which is used to print a welcome message or the thing which you have taken on the screen. But main method, the food for main method is nothing but it always accept string array arguments. So string array, the inputs will be is in the form of array of strings. Then argument is nothing but its name. Then in front of this, we need to take few more keywords. What is that? Is nothing but public static. Don't worry, all these things we will explore in object oriented. And one more thing, sir, all these things you must enclose within class. Wow, good program. Sir, take this class name, copy it, and while saving the program, please take that file name as a test.java. And in the bottom also you need to take .java. Yes. Have you observed? Syntactical highlighting has been happened automatically. That means it is telling which statement is correct, which statement is wrong. Now I need to run this program. Sir, you need to open the command prompt. Here you have to move to the drive where you saved your file. Sir, have you observed here? I saved the file in D drive, Prakash underscore classes Java weekday at 8 p.m. Okay. Sir, move to Prakash classes. Yes, move to Java. So move to Java weekday at 8 p.m. Yes, perfect. Sir, here you need to compile the program. What is the command used to compile the program? I already told. Java C is the command. Sir, Java C space, what is the file name? Test.java. Wow, perfect. Now it is trying to verify. Sir, there is no error. Then you can run the program. How to run? Java space test. Have a look once. The answer which we are going to get is nothing but welcome. So this is nothing but the way of executing your first Java program. Sir, please confirm up to this. Do you have any doubts? Please confirm. Maybe it is very difficult for you at the first class. It will be very comfortable in the further sessions. Any doubts? Okay. Okay, fine. Now let me go with the second program. Sir, program. Okay, program to print. C, C++, Java, and Python. Okay, in separate lines. In separate lines, sir. In the line by line, I want to print these names. Sir, go for a new program or take the old program. It is your choice. Assume I am going for a new program. What I will do is, sir, here no need to type that void main all these things also. Just you have to click on file, go to new and select Java program. Sir, default skeleton will be added. Now, sir, I am giving the file name as a demo, and the message which I required is, have you observed, instead of print, there is one concept with name ln. What is the meaning of this is nothing but after printing the message, the control will be transferred to the next line automatically. That is the beauty of this ln. Now, one by one, programming languages names I am taking. Sir, C, C++, okay, Java, and then Python. Like this I took. Yeah, perfect. Save this program. What is the file name that you need to take? Demo.java. Next, sir, I want to compile the program. I forgot. Can you tell which command we will use to compile the program? Please guide me. Which command we have to use? Everyone has to provide response. Yes, excellent, excellent. Yeah, Java C. What is the file name? Demo.java. Perfect. Java space demo. That's all. Sir, a complete our requirement got satisfied and we got the answer. This is the way how to execute our second program. Now, third program. Program to add two numbers. Add two numbers. Okay. And assume the numbers are, assume the numbers are 10 and 20. So I have a predefined numbers are there. I need to perform addition of these two. I hope you heard about this program in your childhood itself. Okay, have a look once. I will do modification here. These things are not required, and here I am declaring two variables. Don't worry, Rahul. In detail, so one separate session is there to explain main program. There I will explain. As of now, assume that it is a syntax. Even if I explain now, you will get confused. That's why I'm not revealing that concept. Sir, it will be more interesting when I covered these topics in the object oriented. You will feel like enjoying a movie. Okay, that much comfortable you will get. Don't worry. Uh, as of now, just remember these words. Sir, integer a is equal to 10, b is equal to 20. Sir, I took two numbers. Now what is my requirement? I need to add these two. Sir, take system.out.println. Take system.out.println. So just to do a plus b. Sir, perfect. You are going to get output. Have a look once. So even you can use arrow marks to trace between the commands. Sir, Java C demo.java, Java space demo. The answer is nothing but 30. Wow, perfect. So we got answer for this. Now, now, sir, program number 4. Program to add two numbers. Okay, two numbers and display the result okay, along with some message. Sir, along with some message, I want to display my result. So how it is possible? Very simple. Do same program. Sir, instead of this a plus b, I am doing one activity. What is that? Is nothing but result is equal to, do you know, percentage d comma a plus b. This is the style which we are doing in C++, and sorry, in the case of C. But because it is a Java, this comma terminology is not there. This comma is replaced with plus symbol, and there is no percentage d. Wow, perfect. Here you may get confused. What is that confusion is, sir, two plus symbols are there. One is append operation, another one is addition. How Java is going to recognize? That's why I am giving an example for this program. Now make sure the answer which you are going to get is result is equal to 30. No, you are going to get answer like this. Have a look once. Java C demo.java, Java is demo. The answer is nothing but 30. In the next case, result is equal to 1020. Sir, it is performing append operation, not a calculation. Sir, my requirement is, can you please calculate? No problem. Put your expression within brackets. Brackets is having highest priority. That's why first it will execute that thing which is there in the brackets, and then remaining things will be happen. Yes, result is equal to 30. So my requirement got satisfied. This is nothing but this fourth program which we have. Sir, please confirm any doubts up to this? Any doubts up to this? Yes, Rahul, Raju, no doubt. Keshav, yeah, okay. Sir, program number 5. Program to calculate area of the circle. I want to calculate area of the circle. This is my requirement. Assume the area has already given. The area is already given. I want to explain two versions for this. Sir, version number 1. What is this version is nothing but assume I am removing all this content. Okay. Assume these things are also not there. Yes. Sir, I'm declaring one double. What is that double is nothing but radius. Radius. Sir, my radius is 0.75. No problem. No problem. Double means the data which is in the form of points. Sir, now I want to print area. System dot out dot println of, sir, area is equal to plus within bracket I told, right, within bracket what is the content that we need to take. Let me print first radius. Yeah, can you tell what is the formula for area? Sir, if you are printing only radius, no need to use any brackets. If it is in the expression, then only we have to take brackets. Sir, can you please confirm what is the formula for area? Please put it on chart window. Ayo. Yes, pi r square. So here, sir, I don't know about pi value, 3.147 into r radius, radius again into radius. Yes, perfect. Now we will get Java C demo.java. Just a minute, something went wrong. What is that? Radius is not there. Radius. Dius. Yes. So here we got radius is equal to 0.75, area is equal to something. Sir, this is something like not accurate value. I want accurate value. Sir, no problem. Import math.py. Now the pi value is already defined in math. I want to import that math. No problem. Import java.lang.math. That's all. Now you will get the exact value. Observe the difference between previous output and the output which you are getting now. Sir, 1.770, that is the answer which we got in the previous. But now observe the answer. Sir, 1.76714586 like this. Sir, exact accurate value we are going to get. This is the way of doing this particular program. Yeah, few people are asking doubts. This is about the last program. Both versions I covered in a single program. I have taken both the things in the single program. Yeah, now let me discuss your doubts. Yeah, y plus before bracket, it is something like append operation. I'm adding this entire result. I'm adding this entire result, whatever be the calculation which has been done here, that I am adding to area. Now in the result, area is the common, but this value is going to change and it is depending on radius, right? After that calculation, whatever be the value which you are getting, that I am appending here. So something like C language. In the C language, if you are having, yeah, Rahul, do you have C language background? Do you know C language, at least light? Yes. So do you know how we are going to write this in C language? So addition is equal to percentage d comma a plus b, like this we will write. But in Java, how to write, do you know? System dot out dot println of, sir, same thing. What things you need to change, try to observe very clearly. So what things we need to change is, sir, percentage d, such type of terminology is not required. So addition is equal to is common. After that, it is going to print something. What is that? A plus b. But comma is not there. To replace comma, they have given a separate task for plus, that is nothing but plus. So here, why I have taken brackets is to avoid confusion. Now you may think that plus a plus b, okay, something like adding these two to the result. Yes, of course, that is the duty which we are doing. Now in this case, what option we are going to get? Addition is equal to 1020. Sir, I want addition is equal to 30. No problem. Put these two things within the bracket. First preference will be given to the bracket, then only it will do the normal operation. This is the thing which is good, which is going to happen. Yeah. Hope everything is very clear for you people, right? So that's all about today's session. Okay. That's all about today's session. So tomorrow, as usual, we have the session at 8 o'clock. We will meet for the continuation tomorrow. Up to this, any doubts? Comma is replaced with plus now, sir. Yes, exactly, Rahul. Exactly. Exactly, Rahul. That is the correct. Yeah. So kindly register for this course. Maybe from tomorrow you are going to get a new link. So if anyone is new for this session, please refer my videos, which is already published in the YouTube. This is the third class. So from tomorrow we are going to continue as usual. Okay. Yeah. Thank you guys. Good night. We will meet for the continuation tomorrow. Thank you.